accountability going up. Everyone's sort of saying, well, and it might be the mayor sort of editorializing a bit here, but the mayor's claim to be calling on behalf of the citizen. We've heard that before. Jean Chrétien saying, well, when I lobbied a judge, I was doing so as an MP, not as the Prime Minister of Canada, and so on, right? And I can't tell whether my outrage is simply because I used to be a journalist and I'm annoyed by this, or whether people aren't taking this that seriously. But young the Prime Minister's response was fairly tepid. The mayor seemed to say, oh, I'm actually the victim here. What is the problem? Is it just simply a cultural problem we have across Canada, or in Montreal or Quebec, or what? What am I missing?
Well, I think that the police chief's comment that he was just calling the mayor's comment that he was just calling the police chief as a private citizen is ludicrous. I mean, if an ordinary citizen called the police chief to complain about something the police had done, I don't think the police chief would return the call. So, I mean, you probably get searched. It's laughable, but the mayor's reaction to that.
Yeah, and you're right, there is a real cultural problem. And I come back to the need for raising public awareness and making people aware that there is a serious threat to a free press and what that means for them, and how that's going to leave them in the dark. And I think there needs to be a serious wake-up call.
But I think the thing is also like the Charbon Commission, where you had the corruption involved with the mayors, with people from City Hall, people who were getting kickbacks in the mafia, and the so-called rigging of contracts and all this. This is again another aspect of this situation, this corruption. When you have 24, things given out by the lawyer, to a large extent, the police chief doesn't know anything. One maybe is an exception, some policemen, but six journalists are being tapped, and he doesn't know, then obviously there is a connection. What makes it even worse, I think, is the question about the people who are giving the sources. How are they protected? Perhaps they are given, the names are given, like in the States or in Italy, to the mafia, and they're basically bumped off. They could be killed because they're the source. If it involves, let's say, a kickback, a contract to the mayor's office, to the police, and the police were heavily involved, or the police are involved in criminal activities, or hiding something. The source that is being looked after for is now the one that you're trying to eliminate. So you give the name to somebody else who will bump off the person. So here you have a protection. So this whole thing is much more deeper than what it seems to be. Because why would a policeman want to know the source? This is ridiculous, right? Unless there is something serious to the policeman or somebody else asks them. Please,
I'm going to stop right there, just only because this is being recorded by CPAC, and when the questions aren't at the microphone, they lose all the audio. So we're going to get the questions from the audience very quickly. I do want to get two more questions on the table, but does anybody want to respond to that? So if I could, to the question of what the province can do, from my readings of the newspaper, the Premier had said, if I understand it correctly, that journalists would now be given protection equal to the same sort of level given to MLAs, judges, and so on. If there is no accreditation of journalists, what is the nature of that protection, and how does it get executed? That's a very good question.
Yeah.
It is.
It's always the very delicate balance, right? Where we fight for a free press, which means that anybody, any citizen can actually write in the press and call themselves journalists, and we'll always be fighting for that. But at the same time, we're fighting for several protections so that journalistic sources are being protected and certain privileges. So, there can be some very loose, I think, definition of who is a journalist working for a press, for a media that's recognized as a media. It needs to be very loose because if you restrict it to, to journalists who follow a certain code of ethics, or to journalists who are at media or at the press council or something like that, then you lose the whole notion of press freedom.
Yes, or people who write a blog at least once a month in the year or in the past year or something. We need to come up with some kind of definition if you were to use a notion of absolute privilege or class privilege, if you need to separate journalists from other people,